This is the insitu team in their space insitu, a project space in Berlin. It's run by 4 people: Nora Meyer, Jill Nijens, Lauren Rees, and Marie Gratio. We were in the exhibition FIC in insitu, and lately insitu has been everywhere. I've noticed this everywhere. Monopole, for instance, the Daily Serving, Sleek Magazine, as a space to watch, as a must-see of the Berlin Art Week, as the best non-profit place, and in tip, an interview with Nora Meyer. Even at the exclusive guided tour. So my first question was, are you good at PR?
Actually, we always thought we need to do more PR, I think.
It's been a bit of a snowball since we won the prize and we came out with our new cycle that's quite different to what we were doing before. Then suddenly it's been, and maybe people are writing about, you see it around a lot, so maybe it's like a big ball that keeps accumulating.
I guess the exhibition is very photogenic, I would say.
I saw.
Yes.
And you just mentioned this prize that you got. So we all want to know, of course, how much is the money and what are you going to do with it? Or is that an indiscreet question?
€30,000 question, I guess.
Ooh, 30,000, nice.
And what are we going to do with this?
We were very quick in answering this for ourselves, that we want to use the money to invest it in future exhibitions and realize those exhibitions we always wanted to do. And by having some money now, also be able to produce new works by young artists.
We're also trying to be quite sustainable, so we're using it also for our rent. It's something very basic. And
Our tax person, which is great.
And you decided to stay in this space. It's a souterrain, and it fits well for your upcoming cycle too. So.
Yeah, we are going to stay here at least for the end of the cycle. It's like a very good location anyway, in the middle of Gallery District.
Yeah.
And it's not the easiest space ever, that's true, but it's a nice challenge. And artists, have been happy to work here.
You just got your award, the prize, now at the Berlin Art Week. Does that suggest that now Berlin is taking project spaces seriously? You're also the organizers of the Project Month festival, right?
Project Space Festival,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's getting this way, like more and more serious, but I guess it's a real part of the artistic production in Berlin and politics.
Yeah.
It's not new, but it's more and more definitely every year.
Yeah.
The politics consider this as a real reality.
And also this year with the Senate, the prize is usually awarded to just 7 spaces, but they had extra funding and were magically able then to award it to 14 spaces. So it's obviously something that they see a value in supporting or giving funding to. And I mean, I think also with the festival and this kind of thing, there's been a lot more discussion about this project spaces and their value in the city, particularly in a city like Berlin. It's kind of, I feel like this is gaining a lot of momentum.
And they need to fill the program of the Berlin Art Week as well. Because it's not only about the fairs and the events and the galleries, but also the project spaces where you can discover new artists and new art, and also exhibitions that are outside of the art market. And this is what makes Berlin art scene so vibrant.
And so now we're in the 3rd cycle of In Situ. It's fake, the first part.
It would be each time like first name. So
Okay.
Vic, the next one coming is Johnny. So for the entire cycle, it's would be 4 fictional character.
So it's very experimental, right? You're creating a fictional character and then you invited 3 artists to show a work in it. It means that then the 3 artworks have to merge together to make this kind of character.
And I guess it is also, I mean, for us, this is also, I think, like, also for the next exhibitions, and in each exhibition, this is a challenge and a question also for us, like, how much set design, how much can we interfere, how, like, where is the border, but I guess for us it was really interesting to find also a new way of encountering for the visitors also, and also a new way of thinking of the art pieces for us as curators. And I think this character, it gives us a bit the possibility, although it's a very sensitive moment, I think. And even though we picked art pieces, we also had a lot of conversation with the artists we were showing here, for example, talking about is it too much, or how, like Christian Feisnes, for example, he was asking, like, how can we make sure that my character is not kind of swallowed by your character, or how, like, things like this, I guess.
Yeah. The process of making an exhibition seems to me as important as the result. Also, it's a lot of discussion and communication and collaboration. And is there a set of rules by which you do this process? Because you work with 4 curators, that's not an easy job, no?
Yeah. The rules. No, I get the rules. We can afterwards. We can note. We used to work this way and this way, but we don't plan to go until this limit or to stop there. We test, to experiment, I would say, but it's definitely a question that we ask and we try to answer. And it's also a good place to experiment. And if we cannot do this, we can, as project space.
Right.
And also with the people or the artists that we work with, I think for us in general, respect is incredibly important, and the more open that we can be from the beginning about what we're interested in, and often, we do prefer working in a kind of 2-way street rather than picking something up and taking it and putting it in a place. So this building these kind of relationships of trust and respect are very important to us, and being clear, like with particularly these shows, because they are a bit more sensitive, to say exactly what it is from the beginning.
Maybe we are less angreifbar. How do you say it in English?
To be attacked, but
because we work as a team. If you work as if you are just one curator, then of course you can form the exhibition from A to Z to Z. But with us, it's more like
it's true. Our structure is already a conversation.
And looking at your biographies, I noticed you're all born in the 80s. That's kind of the coolest decade of the 20th century. Does that create a kind of, sense of togetherness? Like,
I guess we are one generation, could be, I guess, it may maybe that we all have been at the same time or stage in our life, being interested in starting something new and starting a project together. And I guess, maybe in 10 years we would not have been having this motivation or this interest. I guess in 10 years we're doing maybe something else. Hopefully still as insitu, but
I also like that we're all from different countries, so we have, even though we have our age as a similar common thing, all of our backgrounds and maybe cultural influences are at least a little bit different.
That's true.
thank you. Bye-bye.